thousands of years, religious communities have been involved in farming. In more recent times, however, they focused on education and healthcare. But here, in the heart of Wicklow town, a community of Dominican nuns have brought a new spirit to an ancient tradition. In 1998, the nuns converted the 70-acre convent farm to organic status as part of a strategy to educate people about sustainable living.
We have been involved for many, many years as Dominicans in education, primary, secondary and third level. But we feel now that earth education is of the utmost importance because we as human beings need to live in a more sustainable way on the planet. Our farm is an organic farm, and that's the most environmentally friendly way of farming. We build up a good fertile soil in order to grow good nourishing vegetables, and of course as an organic farm we don't use any chemicals. We would understand the earth as to be a living organism, living being, and it's part of God's creation, and we would see the earth as the primary reflection of the divine. We're all part of the community of life, and humanity is just one strand in the whole community of life.
Vegetables and meat grown on the farm are sold in the centre's newly expanded farm shop, as well as in local farmers' markets. This helps fund the farm and educate consumers about food and the environment. So Julie, everything on this table is from your farm?
That's right, yes.
I've spotted some very impressive looking carrots over here, Julie.
Yes, the carrots again, they were slow to start, but they improved, and now we're delighted with them. And these are rather unusual. You have purple and you have white and the ordinary colour.
A rainbow on a plate.
The rainbow carrots, yeah. We have a small suckler herd and we rear our own meat. We have pork and we have bacon, including rashers and sausages. We have all the different cuts of beef, and we also have some lamb. It's very popular and people love it.
Our customer base is growing all the time, and we're seeing a lot of local faces, but actually more and more faces from, people from afar that have heard about us and are coming in to experience it.
I really love the taste of the organic vegetables that are grown here, and I really believe in shopping locally.
Well, I'm getting local produce that's organically grown, which is really important to me. And I think that what they're doing here is a big part of our progression of coming out of the recession.
For farm manager Janice Codd, the Dominican farm has given her a second chance to work in her chosen career.
I farmed all my life. I grew up on a farm and I was renting ground, and I had a suckler herd, but it was too expensive. I wasn't making any money, so then I gave that up and saw an ad in the paper for a part-time person here, and that was last year. That's when I started here.
But is organic farming easier or harder than conventional farming?
There wouldn't be any more of a workload with the animals. Of course, you don't use antibiotics or anything like that unless they're very sick, and then you have to get the vet in. There's an awful lot more work, especially with the vegetables, because you have an awful lot of hand work to do. As you use no sprays, it means even an awful lot of hand weeding, and that's a full-time job in the summer.
For the convent community, the organic farm has been a return to the traditional use of the land around the school, and the addition of the Ecology Centre has provided a new educational mission for the sisters.
It's a 70-acre farm, not huge, but it always provided food for a large community of boarders, about 150, a large community of sisters, and of course a large staff. So they had their own vegetables, their own meat, their own bakery. Really, they were self-sufficient.
We decided to establish it as an organic farm because we believed that organic farming is by far the most friendly way to farm.
The first prong of the development of An Taoiseach here in Wicklow was the farm, and then the next bit was the education piece. So we decided that we would run an earth literacy programme. Twice a year we run 2 10-week programmes that we can take 16 people. It's gone worldwide now, and these people come on a sabbatical and they learn all about the earth and the spirituality of how to be on the earth.
When I'm cooking, I realise that I'm working with sacred material. So it's like as if this is a little chapel. My kitchen's like a little chapel. My table where I prepare the food is like an altar. So I kind of work with the food in as reverent a way as I can. So just before we sit down, we'll say this little blessing in gratitude. From air and soil, from bees and sun, from others' toil, our food is one. We are all one. Enjoy your lunch.
The nuns have also leased a section of the farm as a community garden, which gives local families the opportunity to grow their own food.
We have about 15 plots. We have anyone from young families to retired people. We have groups that come in as well from the community to do a bit of gardening together. So there's all age ranges. We've got lots of kids involved as well. We're very grateful for this amazing space. It's a lovely place. It's got good soil apart from all the stones, and we really appreciate being able to have this space.
For the sisters of this Dominican convent, their focus is on eternal salvation, but saving the planet does seem a good place to start.
Caring for the planet is, for me, caring for the soul of myself and of the planet.
You can't live on this farm without feeling the benefits of it. You know, you walk out into the grounds and see those beautiful vegetables growing. So you'd want to start growing yourself.
Spirituality is not about saying prayers, it's about how we live and how we relate to one another, to the community of life, to the divine within everything.
A little piece of Wicklow heaven there.